flag.
Oh, cars got loose. Spun some tires. Contact. Is that Boyer?
And McDowell.
Oh, man.
And caution's out. We'll try it again.
Well, he was already upset about starting in that row. He would have been out of that had he been one row further up.
And he has damage on the right front, and Justin Haley has had contact.
Yeah, it looked like somebody spun a tire that I thought Haley maybe went to the outside.
So here's Clint Boyer.
The 12 comes up to the rear bumper, the 6. Oh, actually, maybe it was Boyer had some contact from behind from the 34. McDowell sent him up into Haley, actually. I knew they made contact. I wasn't sure where that contact came from. Ooh, we saw this the other night in the in one of the duels. Or was that maybe it's the Clash, but one of the similar things where they came to the line and spun the tires with a little bit of contact.
Ryan Newman, that was Ryan Newman spinning the tires, and William Byron, and they both spun off track as they tried to accelerate under the green flag on worn tires. Now there's a good bit of damage there left rear, and Christopher Bell continues to have issues.
Yeah, Boyer's not out of this. Neither is Michael McDowell. I think, the contact that was made there, I think they can fix is just whether or not they're going to have any kind of track position to still win this race.
So these laps are counted under caution. But the completion of the race will come with another try at green-white checker until we get it right. Counting Bell, still 18 cars on the lead lap. Capable of winning this as Boyer comes to pit road after doing a bit of agricultural racing here. Next on Fox, 911 Lone Star, followed by Prodigal Son. All new episodes tonight. Here's another view from the Goodyear blimp of that restart. Watch the 34 McDowell. The bump to Boyer, who turns into Haley.
Again, similar to what we saw in the Clash, I'm just not so sure that was necessarily caused by McDowell's contact. I mean, it was so slight. I'm just wondering if the slightest amount of contact happened right as Boyer spun the tires a little bit.
Boyer and Haley continue after damage repair. And we listened in on Michael McDowell and company.
I'm not sure what he did there, but he was spinning out. I tried to get away from him on the inside there. He clobbered me.
Well, that's Michael McDowell, basically saying he doesn't feel like he made contact that sent Clint Boyer around.
Boyer owns a good-sized farm in the Triad area of North Carolina. So.
I don't think it's a sod farm, though, is it, Mike?
No, it's not. So we'll try again with McDowell, Boyer, and Haley at the back of the field. And that will move up Ryan Blaney to 4th, Kevin Harvick now 5th, and Corey LaJoie to 6th place.
Wow.
LaJoie, third-generation driver whose granddad gave the command to start one of the dual races on Thursday night. Gave a great speech at the Hall of Fame and brought with him a letter.
He sure did. Brought a letter. He thought that he might come across Rick Hendrick, knowing that Jimmy Johnson's going to be retiring and they might be looking for a driver to fill that seat. Handed him a letter to Rick Hendrick. Actually saw him backstage at the Hall of Fame as he was finishing up his presentation, and just happened to see Rick Hendrick one-on-one behind the stage and handed him that letter and said, "Sir, I don't know if I'm what you're looking for, but I'd like for you to read this letter." I just thought, to me, that spoke volumes about Corey LaJoie and his passion for this sport. And I haven't talked to Rick Hendrick about it, but I guarantee you that meant a lot to Rick.
As I've long told my kids, if you don't ask, the answer's always no. Boyer back in for a few more repairs, trying to make that Mustang a little more unfolding like this. And as we said earlier, most of our crew hasn't been home since before the Super Bowl, 3.5 weeks now. And tomorrow, they're all headed for Las Vegas to set up and get us up and running for next weekend's race.
And remember that torrential downpour we had last night. I saw a lot of those guys completely saturated because they were out in the elements.
Las Vegas next week, then California, then Phoenix, then we come back to the East Coast in Atlanta. 2020 NASCAR Cup season as they chase the Bill France Cup.
What do you say, Mike? We're going to try this again?
Same song, second verse.
Is it second or third verse?
Well, second overtime.
Yeah.
So we're headed west. The Fox trucks and all the haulers are loaded up for Las Vegas Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern time on Fox. Then California Speedway in Fontana. Same time 1 week later, and then on to Phoenix. All at 3 p.m. Eastern time and all on the Fox network.
You see up front here, a little bit different shakeup in the lineup because of what happened on that restart. Now Newman, what was he, in 4th position, I believe. Now he goes to 2nd. See Chris Buescher get shuffled back. When that caution came out, that inside row must have been shuffled back, and you see Kevin Harvick all the way back there in 5th now. Now here's Ryan Blaney is who Denny Hamlin has chosen to line up behind him and hopefully push him along the way.
I like the chances of the Roush Fenway team, Ryan Newman with his new teammate, Chris Buescher, who'd been away for a couple of seasons on loan to JTG Doherty Racing, and now back in the Roush fold, and there they are on the inside, first 2 rows.
Well, that's what we found is interesting. The last time Denny Hamlin chose to split those 2 up. This time, he's going to let them line up.
It'll be lap 207, the longest Daytona 500 ever. The only Toyota in the top 15 is Hamlin. He is followed by 7 Fords and then 6 Chevrolets, led by rookie Brennan Poole and Kyle Larson. One more time for green, white, checker.
See Denny Hamlin's hand out the window. He's going to signal to Ryan Blaney when he wants to go. There he goes. Those eyes on Denny Hamlin looking in his mirror. What's Ryan Blaney going to do? Right now, he does want him to lock on to him. They get separated a little bit on the back straightaway.
Through the speedy drive, Buescher not able to be of much help to Newman. Can't get close enough to push it.
Now what? Denny's got to be careful getting too far out there and letting a big run come. And now as long as they're side by side, he's good. But here comes Newman. Big run. Denny put the block on him. Great job not causing a wreck on that block.
White flag under green. Next flag will end the race, and Newman is there.
Newman's got locked onto his rear bumper just like he did. Oh, wrecking behind Chase Elliott around.
Spinning around. Still green.
Still green.
Still green, and here they come.
And here comes Blaney.
Ryan Blaney up behind Ryan Newman, trying to get him to Hamlin.
Newman backed up to Blaney. Big run coming here.
To the inside, Newman to the front.
Nothing Denny Hamlin could do. What can Ryan Blaney now do? Here comes a push from Denny Hamlin. Oh, this thing's not over yet. Not at all.
Ryan Newman off turn 4 for the final time. Blaney to the outside, to the inside. Here comes Hamlin up the outside.
Wow.
Crash into the wall, into the air. Goes Newman.
Upside down.
In a shower of sparks on his roof, Ryan Newman comes across the line, 4th. And comes to rest. Scoring unofficial between Hamlin and Blaney as far as who crossed the finish line first. Newman got turned, went up in the air. As he came down, was hit by another car and launched skyward, coming down on his roof. The AMR safety team is there quickly to attend to Ryan Newman. A fist pump from Denny Hamlin, who has won the Daytona 500 for the second year in a row. Denny Hamlin, Ryan Blaney, too close to call. Our scoring monitor gives us interval to 1/100th of a second. It was closer than that. Denny Hamlin has now won 3 of the last 5 Daytona 500s. Goes to 3rd on the all-time list. 3rd win at Daytona in his 29th start. And the 4th Daytona 500 win for Joe Gibbs Racing.
Yes, sir!
Unofficially, the second closest 500 finish in history.